Here's my 2018 Arctic Fox 992 truck camper. So I'm going to show you some USB charging port upgrades I did to it here a while back. So I'm just going to walk into the camper from the outside so you can get a perspective of where everything is at. So this is the kitchen area. This is a control center or switch panel right inside the door. My earlier model Arctic Fox didn't have the big integrated black switch control panel with everything built into it. It was stuff arranged in various locations in this cabinet in wood paneling. And I have actually taken out both of the original wood panelings and built my own and rearranged a bunch of stuff. So I have Victron BMB 712 here, my inverter control, and the main purpose here that I wanted to show you is I have a switch there for some outside lights under the bumper. I have another switch here, which is a little entry light down below. And then I also have a 12-volt outlet, which you could easily do that as USB too. And then also this switch is the one that controls that overhead light right inside the door. So I moved that one where it's easier to access, and it's basically right there next to the door, so I can just reach inside and turn that one on. But if you didn't need all these other extra switches like I have, you could easily put more USB up here. So under the sink, we have a bunch of electrical stuff, including the converter right there. Well, way up in the top, behind the sink, is where there used to be a little fuse block. It had the fuses for everything that was located in the cab over. Well, I've added some more USB charging ports and some other electrical stuff. So I have installed a new fuse panel right there. That is a 6-position fuse holder. So the fuses on the left are for the cab over. We have one for the TV, one for the driver's side USB, another one for the passenger side USB. And then the top right, we see that says pantry USB and 20 amp. So what I've done there is I have ran a bunch of wiring down back behind this panel down below. This little area here where the carbon or the propane detector is, that is about a 3 or 4 inch wide pipe and electrical chase. So I have the wiring running down through there. Get the garbage can out of the way. It goes up through this area, and then behind this wall is a big open area, which is where the propane tank enclosure is. It's a big plastic enclosure, but there's air gaps around that behind this wood paneling. So here's a big bank of USB charging ports that I've added. So we can also see I have a switch right here, so I don't want that stuff powered up all the time and creating a draw on the battery. You can see there that they light up when they're powered on. So I have 2 USB ports here, 2 USB ports there, and then over on the far right or far left I have another outlet, which is just a 12-volt plug. So I have a lot of stuff that I plug in there to charge. So now we're going to scoot up into the cab over and take a look at the upgrades that I've done here. Crawl up here on top of the bed. So this little black panel has a label on it called Charging Center. Well, the holes in that are a generic size that will fit exactly what I use for charging ports in the little pantry area. So you can see here I have also added a switch, and then I have added another 2-port, much higher quality charging port than what was originally in here. And then I can turn that off when I don't need it. And then I've done something, no, I actually haven't changed anything on the passenger side because I travel solo. I never need to use that one over here. So let's get some light on. And you can see that this one has a big protrusion. Well, that protrusion is just screwed in place from the inside. So is this. So both of those units will come out, and then you can turn it into a flush mount arrangement like that. So the only reason that they have that big protrusion is if it's mounted to a very thin wall. Well, up here in the cab over, there's a pretty deep cavity between the interior paneling and the exterior siding or nose cone area. And you can see here how deep that is because this little cabinet takes up a bunch of that space. So I'll have some links down in the description below on a bunch of different options for switches, power ports, 12-volt outlets and whatnot that you might want to upgrade your truck camper with, or Arctic Fox or Northwood RV, Nash, etc., Wolf Creek truck camper. So go ahead and check those out. Those will be Amazon affiliate links. They won't cost you anything extra. It just helps keep the lights on and earns me a little bit of a commission and gives me motivation to keep making videos like this. So thanks for watching.